Have you tuned into The Good Doctor here on Channel 13? Amazing show. The series follows the story of a young autistic surgeon as he navigates the hallways of a very prestigious hospital. And joining me now is the star and more now, Freddie Highmore. It's great having you, buddy.
No, not at all. Thank you for having me on.
This is going to be a pretty cool episode. Not only, of course, you play Dr. Sean Murphy, we know that, but you directed tonight's episode as well. Added pressure.
Yes, I guess so. Hopefully, hopefully people like it. But it's been a real honor, I guess. I feel very lucky to have been able to be involved behind the camera this season. And I got to write the first episode of the season and obviously direct this one, which features the arrival of a new doctor, which made it particularly exciting.
Absolutely, and that could, I mean, it's called, episode's called A Risk and Reward. Your job might be in jeopardy here. Is this what we're hearing?
Potentially so. Unfortunately for Sean, yes, this new chief of surgery, Dr. Han, who's played by the wonderful Daniel Day-Kim, he pitches up at the hospital and wants to fix things and shakes things up a little bit. And he sees Sean, at least initially, as a bit more of a liability to the hospital than an asset. And so that puts Sean's position in jeopardy. Oh wow, this is going to be a pretty heavy episode. Of course, now you're in the director's chair. What was it that kind of drew you to wanting to be a director for one of these episodes? I think I've always been interested in that side of things, and obviously kind of telling the story and helping tell the story through camera movement and working on all of the characters and not just Sean's, but the crew and the cast are so lovely and supportive that it made it as easy as it could possibly be. So yes, it was a collective achievement. Well, the show has certainly found its audience. We see the numbers come in. You and The Bachelor, you're killing everything. But your character that you play, it's the truth. Your character that you play, obviously autistic. I'm assuming have heard from the autistic community. How have they taken this role and how have they enjoyed it? Yeah, that's been, I think, the most rewarding thing about doing this show in general, out of everything, is that the sort of personal responses that I get from either those who have autism or are close to those who do about what the show has meant for them, in terms of raising awareness, meant for them in maybe finding something that they personally can connect to or that resonates with them in terms of an experience. And of course, Sean can't represent everyone who is on the spectrum, but it is lovely to receive that type of feedback. And with a nephew of my own that is on the spectrum, I think it's just great to have a role where it shows, spotlights someone that typically you hear autistic, you think, oh, it's a bit of a handicap, but here's somebody that's just really amazing at their job. It's a pretty important role, I think, for that community. Hey, listen, if you have bunny ears, if you have cable, doesn't matter. You can catch an all-new episode of The Good Doctor with the talented Freddie Highmore. It's tonight at 10 right here on Channel 13. If you don't have either of those things, you could still catch it on streaming and on demand at abc.com.